Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOBH, Lisa Rinna reveals why she supported dad's assisted suicide. Actress and television personality Lisa Rinna recently talked about her father's passing, which was by assisted suicide, nearly a decade later. Speaking on her podcast series with her husband, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star touched on the process of assisted suicide. In addition, she also opened up about her feelings at the time and following her father's death. As an actress, Rinna is known for her roles on soaps including Days of Our Lives and Melrose Place. She would later become known for starring in the reality series, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Rinna and her husband Harry Hamlin also host their own podcast series, Let's Not Talk About the Husband. Recently, Rinna touched on a painful subject while discussing her late father. As noted by People, Rinna revealed her father Frank had died by assisted suicide back in 2016. He was 94 at the time of his death. As Hamlin shared, Frank's quality of life had diminished, and he wanted to end his life. In Oregon, it was noted, "You're permitted to check out when you want to check out, due to the Death with Dignity Act." Rinna noted, when they set their mind to this, they're ready. She also noted that her father was in pain and really unhappy with life. However, Rinna shared that she did have mixed emotions about what would happen. She noted, "You want to support your loved ones. You want to support what they want to do, but you're going to watch your parent kill themselves." That said, Rinna noted that her father wanted it so badly, with her mother also singing off on it. This caused Rinna and her half-sister to accept his choice. Rinna then began to explain the assisted suicide process. Things lasted from 3 to 6 months, with 2 doctors signing off on his terminal illness. The process took place within a hospice situation. A death doula was on standby. Frank was required to drink the juice or whatever that would terminate his life. Rinna noted, "You can't administer it to somebody." Hamlin added, "It has to be a willful act on their part." Rinna continued, "The pills were supposed to come on a Tuesday, so when they set their mind to this, they're ready, so they didn't come till Thursday." She continued, "And my dad was so mad that the pills didn't come." When the pills eventually come, Rinna and her half-sister helped administer the pills to Frank. They notably played Frank Sinatra music for him, helping to set the scene. Rinna mentioned, "It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The light was coming in. There's a lot of real beauty behind it. We were playing some beautiful, also some yoga-type beautiful music. But then, you mix it in the orange juice. It tastes like, it's sour, but he's got to drink it down. So you hand it to him and he drank it." The star noted that the drink didn't work immediately. She shared, "It doesn't happen right away. It took 45 minutes. Rinna added, "They just fall asleep, and it's not anything gruesome." The death doula was also there to administer morphine if needed. In the end, however, Rinna needed time before she could publicly talk about what happened. As she mentioned, "I had started the show, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I think it was just too painful at the time." Did you listen to Lisa Rinna on the podcast? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest reality TV and celebrity news. In the world of reality TV, few stars are as unapologetically candid as Lisa Rinna. Known for her quick wit, bold personality, and signature lip gloss, Rinna has captivated viewers for years on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. However, beneath the glitz and glamour of the show lies a woman with deep, complex emotions and experiences. Among these, perhaps one of the most poignant and raw aspects of Rinna's life is her relationship with her father, and the difficult decision she made to support him during the final stages of his life. Lisa Rinna has long been a subject of fascination for fans and the media alike, not only for her Hollywood career, but also for her willingness to openly share personal struggles. Her public journey has touched on everything from family dynamics to her career and even mental health. But one of the most emotionally charged chapters of her life was her decision to help her father, Rinna, end his suffering through assisted suicide. In 2020, Rinna made headlines when she revealed the heartbreaking choice she and her family made to support her father's wish for assisted suicide after he was diagnosed with a debilitating terminal illness. Rinna, a former Los Angeles-based business owner, had been battling an aggressive form of cancer for several years. As his condition worsened and his pain became unbearable, Frank decided to exercise his right to die on his own terms. This decision was not one that Rinna came to lightly. It required a deep exploration of family values, ethics, and personal emotions. It also demanded confronting one of the most challenging aspects of human existence, the end of life. Assisted suicide is a highly sensitive topic, especially in the public eye, where opinions are divided and emotions can run high. Yet, Rinna chose to speak openly about the decision, framing it not as something to be ashamed of, but as an act of compassion. For many, assisted suicide is a deeply controversial subject. The ethical debates around autonomy, the right to die with dignity, and the moral implications of such decisions are ongoing. But for Lisa, the decision to support her father was deeply rooted in love and respect for his wishes. "I wanted to honor my dad's choice," Rinna shared with her fans. "He had lived a full life, and he made it clear to us that he didn't want to suffer anymore. It was about ensuring that his final days were filled with dignity, not pain." In her emotional interviews and candid social media posts, Lisa described the painful moments she spent with her father as he approached the end of his life. "It's one of the hardest things you could ever experience," she explained. "Watching someone you love deteriorate in front of you and knowing there's nothing you can do to stop it. But I knew I couldn't make this decision for him. It had to be his choice." The decision to support assisted suicide is never simple, and Rinna's vulnerability in sharing her experience sparked both support and backlash. In a world that often champions the idea of holding on to life at all costs, Rinna's openness about this intimate and emotional experience gave others a chance to reflect on their own beliefs regarding death and dying. Many applauded her for sharing such a personal, controversial topic, emphasizing that it sparked important conversations about the complexity of the human experience. Rinna has always been known for her willingness to break down walls and speak honestly about the most difficult parts of her life. Whether it's her struggles with her mother's mental health issues or her open discussions about the pressures of fame, Lisa has never been afraid to expose herself to the public. In the case of her father's passing, however, she found herself navigating one of the most painful and private moments of her life in the very public eye of the RHOBH cameras. The world witnessed Lisa's vulnerability as her father's health declined in the months leading up to his death. As she balanced her career, her family obligations, and her role on the show, it was evident to fans that Lisa's focus was entirely on ensuring her father's comfort. This dynamic presented a unique intersection of reality television and personal tragedy, forcing viewers to reconcile the glamorous world of the Housewives with the real struggles that occur behind closed doors. For Lisa, the show became a way to process her grief and share her experiences with the world, even if it meant facing criticism from those who didn't understand her choice. Throughout this period, Rinna was fiercely protective of her father's legacy, framing his decision as one that was both dignified and necessary. "This wasn't something that we did lightly," Rinna remarked. "We had many conversations with my dad, and it was clear that he didn't want to suffer. I wanted to help him exit this world on his own terms, with no shame in that." Rinna's decision to support her father's assisted suicide ultimately sparked a wider conversation about the role of compassion in such decisions. For Lisa, it wasn't about judging right or wrong, but about creating an environment where Frank felt heard, seen, and loved. She firmly believed that his decision was not an act of desperation, but an act of agency and control over his own body. He didn't want to linger in pain, Rinna shared. He didn't want to be a burden on anyone. It was his decision, and it was my job to support him through it. For some, Rinna's openness about such a difficult topic was a breath of fresh air in a society where conversations around death are often avoided or met with discomfort. She was able to bridge the gap between her public persona and her deeply personal journey, showing fans that even the most glamorous lives come with heartache, sacrifice, and difficult choices. Rinna's bravery in discussing assisted suicide opened doors for many to reflect on their own relationships with aging parents, chronic illness, and the end of life. Her ability to share this deeply personal chapter in such an honest, unflinching way serves as a reminder that the journey toward death is as significant as the life that precedes it. Rinna's choice to support her father's assisted suicide was not a simple decision, but it was a testament to the importance of family, love, and the ultimate need for personal autonomy in one's final moment.